Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another installment of On This Day. Today is Friday, October 24th, 2025. This being Friday, we'll talk about we'll cover some of the things we talked about on Monday and Wednesday, and learn some new things along the way. So, keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times, and let's get this party started. On Monday, in music history, we began with Leonard Skinner when he boarded a chartered plane that ran out of gas or fuel on the way to another venue, and he perished alongside his lead singer Ronnie Van Zant, as well as their guitarist Steve Gaines, and their backup singer Cassie, and their road manager Dan Kirkpatrick. Ironically, after the accident occurred, 3 days after, their fifth studio album was released, Street Survivors. In 1960, Roy Orbison scored his first #1 hit with Only the Lonely, and he and his co-writer tried to sell it to Elvis Presley and the Everly Brothers, which they declined, and luckily we have what we have today. He was a good singer. In 1969, The Who played their first 6 nights at New York's Fillmore East. The 2-hour set found them performing multiple songs from their recently released rock opera. 1962, just a moment. 1962, Bobby Boris Pickett and the Crypt Kickers began a 2-week run at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 with their endearingly ghoulish Monster Mash. In 2006, George Michael openly smoked a joint during an interview on a TV show. He said, "This is the only drug worth taking. This stuff keeps me sane and happy, but it's not very healthy." Come to find out, George, it actually is very healthy. But that's my opinion. In 2003, Amy Winehouse released her debut album, Frank, which was named after the singer Frank Sinatra. The album sold over 1 million copies. In the UK, In 1984, Wham! Started a 3-week run at #1 on the UK charts with Freedom, the duo's second #1. The song was later used by a Japanese commercial for Maxell audio cassettes, with the lyrics changed, of course. And lastly, in 1979, the Eagles started a 9-week run at #1 on the US album charts with The Long Run, the band's 4th hit at #1. Monday factoids: it was officially International Chef's Day and Brandied Fruit Day. In 2022, UK Prime Minister Liz Truss resigned after just 44 days in office, the shortest in history. In 1988, 1 month after launching in Japan, Metal Gear Solid was finally playable in North America for PlayStation players. In 1975, the Soviet spacecraft Venera 9 went to Venus's orbit, making it the first to do so. Also in 1975, the Supreme Court ruled teachers are allowed to spank children even without their parents' permission. In 1864, Abraham Lincoln made Thanksgiving a national holiday because there was a lot to be thankful for after winning the two Yeah, 2 wars, kind of. Sort of. Anyway. In 1928, American pioneer aviator Noel Wine founded Alaska's first airline, Alaska Airlines Incorporated. In 1803, the U.S. ratified the Louisiana Purchase. They borrowed $15 million from Great Britain to purchase the territory from France. On Wednesday, we begin with 2003, when 34-year-old Elliott Smith was found deceased in his home. He garnered acclaim due to his candid lyricism, and distinctive vocals. At the time of his death, he was working on his 6th studio album, From a Basement on the Hill, which was produced and released posthumously in 2004. In 2005, Waterloo by ABBA was rooted to the best song in history of the Eurovision Song Contest. In 2002, the Foo Fighters released their 4th album, One by One. In 2000, Pearl Jam appeared at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, California, celebrating their 10th anniversary of their first live performance. Also in 2000, George Michael paid £1.45 million for the Steinway piano, in which John Lennon wrote Imagine on. He outbid Robbie Williams and the Oasis brothers. Lastly, in 1999, it was reported that Sinead O'Connor attempted to buy the church that she was, to buy a Catholic church which she was ordained into the Catholic Sisterhood, when it was up for sale for £70,000. Wednesday's factoids. It was Smartest Cool Day and Color Day. I fit both of those. In 2004, LeBron and Bronny James were the first father-son duo to ever play an NBA game together. Jeez Louise, I can't speak today. In 2022, NASA announced that 16 researchers would be part of a 9-month study on UFOs and UAPs. UAPs are unidentified aerial phenomenon. They're not UFOs. They're different somehow. I don't know. But anyway, it would be designed to know the difference between UAPs and UFOs, as UAPs are often confused as UFOs. In 2013, Marvel superhero movie Thor: The Dark World premiered in London. In 2008, Google Play was launched so Android users could play games too. 1981, the gross national debt was $1 trillion. Lastly, in 1979, Walt Disney World Resort in Florida received their 100 millionth visitor. On to today, October 24th in music history. 1962, James Brown recorded his legendary Live at the Apollo album at the hallowed Harlem venue. His first live release was a massive success, peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Top 200 and cementing his superstar status. In 1988, he was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, and 6 years later, it was selected by the Library of Congress to be added to the National Recording Registry. In 1987, Michael Jackson began a 2-week run at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 with Bad. The track hit number 3 in the UK and number 1 in Belgium, Italy, Norway, Spain, and more. The music video was an 18-minute short directed by Martin Scorsese. 1970, Pink Floyd scored their first number 1 album in the UK with Atom Heart Mother. I don't understand that, but that's okay. Though it peaked at number 55 in the US, the LP was certified gold. And in 2017, pianist, songwriter, and rock and roller pioneer Fats Domino died at age 89. He was best known for such top 10 hits as Don't Sing It Stupid, Ain't That a Shame, Blueberry Hill, and I'm Walking. The factoids. Today is known as Bologna Day and Food Day. Well, bologna is food, so they just couldn't combine them. Anyway. 2023, Iceland's Prime Minister joined thousands of women to protest gender inequality. In 2001, a pair of Michael Jordan's 1984 Nike Airships broke the record for the highest selling sneakers at an auction. They sold for $1.472 million, as they were known to be the earliest known shoes he wore in a regular season. In 2018, the EU declared that single-use plastics would be banned by 2021. Also that year, someone in South Carolina won a $1.6 billion lottery jackpot, making it the biggest win in U.S. history at the time. In 2003, the final commercial Concorde flight took place between New York and London's Heathrow. In 1973, 65 cars collided during a heavy fog on the New Jersey Turnpike. 9 people perished. In 1946, a V-2 rocket captured the first photograph of Earth from outer space. On to trivia. Question: what was banned in Indonesia for stimulating passion? Answer: the hula hoop. Question: chartreuse is a color between yellow and what? Answer: green. Question: what is the number 1 seller at Walmart? Answer: bananas. They do have some good bananas at Walmart. I get mine there. On to birthdays. We have Bill Wyman, 1936. Jerry Edmonton, 1946. Dale Griffith, 1948. Debbie Googe, I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it, but 1962. Monica, 1980. And Drake, 1986. You can check us out here 7 days a week with Brian the Rock Stone on WCDI. And don't forget to check out the Top Rope Report every Sunday and Wednesday. Have a great day. Ciao. Be safe.